Male 23, living with a nightmare roommate, female 29. Help? I don't know what else to do. I've reached my absolute limit. Me, 23 male, I've been living with one roommate, 21 female, because we had mutual friends, both needed housing, and it worked out. We've been living together for 8 months, and now everything was fine in the beginning. She doesn't go to school or have a job. She door dashes to be able to pay rent and utilities while I'm in school and working full time. I keep to myself. I don't like drama, which is why I initially decided to move in with her because I thought she was very quiet and chill as well. When we first moved in, we had no issues because I was working and in school all day while she would be door dashing the majority of the day. Recently, I noticed she's been staying home more, not working as much, but again, that's none of my business until you can't pay rent and utilities. To add more context, a few months in, she's trying to flirt and come on to me, and I never once fed into it. I'm simply not attracted to her. And now she decided completely to flip the script and make it look like I was the one that came on to her. 2 months ago, she asked me to pay utilities because she couldn't afford it, but said she would pay me back as soon as she could. Then the next month came, she still couldn't pay it back. So what did she do? Decided to come crying to my door about her finances, about what a bad place she's in, and then proceeds to try and offer herself in exchange for me paying her half 2 months in a row. Oh, yeah, no. I was very put off and immediately shut it down because I didn't want to make things awkward between us, so I pretended like it never happened. Fast forward to today, I receive a text asking for me to pay her utilities again. And when I decide to stand my ground, she's now trying to out me as gay. I beg your finest pardon. I don't even know how to respond to this. I already contacted the landlord, but I don't know what else to do. I've never been in a situation like this. Please help. We both have another 4 months left on the lease. What do I do? Okay, we have text messages. Hey, can you cover me on utilities this month? I know I'm late, but I don't have any money right now. I could only afford to pay rent. I would really appreciate it. I'll pay you back as soon as I can. Okay, so like what happened to the door dashing? Dude, no. This is already the 3rd time in a row you're late on rent and utilities. I had to spot you last month too, and you trying to offer other ways to pay me back is disgusting. You need to get your together or move out. This is getting ridiculous. I've never offered spicy time to you. You came on to me when we first moved in and you were always flirting with me. You were practically begging for it. Don't act stupid. And you know the situation I'm in. Can you be more empathetic? Ooh, okay, this is weird. This is where I draw the line. You're actually crazy. The fact you'd ever think I came onto you or even came close to flirting with you is crazy. You're a slob, you have no job, and you're trying to take advantage of the fact that you have a male roommate because you think that everyone wants to have spicy time with you. Not to mention, you came knocking on my door last month crying because you couldn't afford utilities, and when I kindly offered to spot you the first time, you alluded to giving me spicy time in exchange for me paying for your stuff. Don't try and flip the script. F you for saying that. I was being nice to you because I felt guilty that I couldn't pay for my half. How is that crazy? No, babe, that's crazy. And that would turn me off also. If anything, you're crazy for thinking I even want you in the first place. You said it yourself right there. I was being nice to you because I felt guilty. You truly reached an all-time low because trying to offer spicy time for utilities to your male roommate just because you think I'm into you. I wouldn't even touch you with a stick from across our living room. Get a grip. Sure, keep pretending you're not into me, buddy. Just making our living situation 10 times more awkward because you can't admit it. I would argue the only thing making this awkward, well, number one, her not like paying her way. And number two, I fail to understand. So she's saying that, oh, like you're into me. So like I just offered. So weird. So weird. So go be with somebody else for the utility money. I'm not paying for your half of anything anymore. Good luck. I'll be contacting the landlord. I'm done putting up with this. You're making me feel uncomfortable in my own space. Right. I'll contact the landlord first and tell him what a piece of you are. And while I'm gone, I'm telling everyone you're gay. Rainbow emojis. Clearly, you must be because you don't want to have spicy time with women. You effed with the wrong person, you piece of gay, rotten Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry. This is kind of up. You poor thing. The top comment is, I'm sorry, but from now on, I only want to be referred to as a piece of gay rotten Like, it's almost funny. Like, not almost. Like, it's actually funny. OP added in the comments, I have 4 months left on my lease. I go to school full time and work, and I can barely afford to live here myself. The difference is that she doesn't go to school. She can work full time, but chooses to DoorDash, which obviously isn't a reliable source of income for her. I can't afford to find a different place. The landlord's an a-hole. Do I just bite the bullet and try to avoid any interaction with her for the next 4 months? So this is why these things, like the roommate situations, are always so is because like you're in, like, because you sign leases, you're in a contract that is very difficult to get out of. And I fail to understand what to even do because there's things like squatters, right? Squatters' rights. If you end up in a situation where you can't stay in that situation, I feel like the only option, oh gosh. Yeah, this person is really, really unhinged. I would definitely be saving all of these messages, screenshot everything, document everything. You're in a situation where this person is not thinking clearly. And the fact that you even have her like in writing, admitting that she's going to go around and try and ruin your life, like say all this stuff about you. This is crazy. Like, what do you even do in this situation? Like, I don't know. She's harassing you. She's not paying her rent. She's threatening you. Yeah, I would definitely show everything to the landlord, and I would also show the police. Some people are saying get out ASAP. Yeah, but it's like also he signed a lease. So like, do you just not pay? I feel like they have the right to like sue you if you don't pay. Ooh, sticky situation. Here's some good advice. Pick up some shifts, start studying and doing homework at uni so you aren't home. Invite friends over more. Yeah, but it's also his stuff. Like, I'd be worried about his stuff as well. People are saying put a camera in your room. He did that. At least you only have 4 months left. What would I do in this situation? I agree. I would like avoid being there as much as possible. Take your like valuables and like see if you can leave them with a friend or in storage or something. If you have a storage unit or like in your car or something. Not the best, most ideal thing to do, but like you only have 4 months. I would just try to avoid her as much as possible.